it shows you how they can do. With skillful manipulating of the press, they're able to make the victim look like the criminal, and the criminal look like the victim.
Well, despite pushback from the United States, the UK, Australia, and Canada have officially recognized Palestine as a state. More recognitions are expected as President Trump and other world leaders head to New York this week for the annual General Assembly at the United Nations. Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yingst is live in Tel Aviv, Israel, with the latest on the war there. Trey.
Yeah, hey, John, good afternoon. As these political developments unfold, it's been more than 700 days of war, and Hamas maintains an ability to fire rockets into Israel. Early this morning, sirens sounded across the southern city Ashdod as 2 launches were detected. One of those launches intercepted by Israel's missile defense system, the Iron Dome. We do know.
I love how they got the guy over here, the news reporter, and he's in Tel Aviv, and he's like, yes, Hamas as right now has already launched 2 rockets this way.
Early this morning, sirens sounded across the southern city Ashdod as 2 launches were detected. One of those launches intercepted by Israel's missile defense system, the Iron Dome.
Yes, the UK is recognizing, yes, the world are recognizing the Palestine, but guess what? Palestine is Hamas. Hamas is Palestine. You know what I mean? That's basically what he's saying. Because it's so funny the way they label it is because as he's saying that, right, the 2 rocket attacks by Hamas, they show Gaza a complete destruction. And you can just see them just going through the rumble, just basically looks like they're finishing off whatever is left. So it doesn't matter that the UK is recognizing Palestine or that Spain or whoever in the Western world. They still are murdering people every single day. They are ethnically cleansing these people out of existence if they don't move out of their place. And they not willing to leave their home. Hamas has I've never seen a Hamas attack ever in my life. Honestly. Except for, of course, October 7th. It's the absolute most horrific massacre in human history. I totally understand that. But besides that, what has Hamas done to the United States? Like, why do we support Israel so much? And why are we so convinced that Hamas are the bad people when Hamas has never attacked us over here? Right? Al-Qaeda has attacked us. So why did we put Al-Qaeda as the leader of Syria right now? That doesn't make no sense. Does that make sense to you? Right? Al-Qaeda, 9/11, the perpetrators who killed 3,000 of our people. We went over there. We destroyed Syria just to put in an Al-Qaeda leader in there. What is that? Does that make sense? No. And who we doing it for? I don't know. What I'm saying is, either way you look at it, I'm not defending Hamas, right? I don't even know what that means. I don't know who Hamas is. I never see Hamas, ever. I've never seen a Hamas. And I tell you right now, I walk my dogs every single day. I never see a Hamas. A Hamas has never, ever, has ever done anything to me or to my family, ever. So I understand you concerned in Israel, but you have to think about it. You went in 1948 and you stole these people's lands, and you've been moving them and killing them and ethnically cleansing them out of the leftover territories. You don't respect no border lines. You even attack Qatar. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't exist, or I'm not saying we should change our mind about Hamas or any of that. What I'm saying is, if you look at it, Hamas has never attacked besides Israel, right? And Israel has been the only one occupying Palestine, Hamas. So in a way, Hamas is the Palestinians' army. I know. Like, what kind of terrorist army are you talking about? Well, look at the IDF. They shoot babies in the head. I mean, it's a proven fact. What about that young girl when they shot her whole entire family? Then they shot like 300 bullets within that vehicle. And then they try to kill the medics. I mean, like, you talking about terrorism. We got to start with the IDF. I mean, because when you fight in a force like IDF, who tries to bury 16 rescue workers in their ambulances for the world not to see, who double taps a hospital, killing journalists and everything, killing more journalists than all of the wars combined in the past. You talking about terrorism? They killed leaders. I mean, the Lebanon attacks, the Iran attacks. These are awful terrorist attacks. And this latest one in Qatar, they're like, we don't care where our terrorists at, and we're gonna go get them.
They've been at the forefront of trying to forge a peace deal, bringing all the people together. I'm really struggling to understand how launching an attack in Doha that ends up not killing any of the Hamas leaders, as apparently was the intention, but kills a number of other people. But it causes outrage across the region, upsets the President of the United States, enrages the Emir of Qatar, understandably. How does any of this advance Israel's cause? And why does it make anybody in the world imagine that Israel genuinely wants peace? Because that is the last thing you would do, surely, is attack the negotiators as they're meeting to discuss a peace deal.
So let's make it clear. The attack was not against Qatar. The attack was in Doha against the leadership of Hamas, a notorious terrorist organization which orchestrated the atrocities of October 7th. So we actually targeted terrorists, period, that are killing people. And only last week we had another terror attack in Jerusalem. And the same group in Qatar, they put a statement that they congratulate the success of the attack, which killed another 6 Israelis. So we are committed to find those terrorists, to bring them into justice, or to bring justice to them. And that's exactly what we did. And Pierce, it is exactly what the US did when the US attacked Osama bin Laden, in Pakistan, by the way, or when the UK attacked ISIS terrorists in Syria or Iraq, or when France is attacking terrorist groups in Mali or Burkina Faso. But when it comes to Israel, all of a sudden there is double standard. Why you attack terrorists in a different country and you breach sovereignty of another nation? But that's how it works. We fight terror, and we will continue to hunt down those terrorists wherever they are. They cannot hide in Gaza, in Beirut. We will find them wherever they will be.
He said, when you were chasing bin Laden, you went into Pakistan and handled business. That's what he said, right? Yes, they did. But how did they do it, though? They went in there. Yes, they shot his family and whatnot. But they didn't bomb a whole entire building. Like, who does that? Who just sends a missile into another country just to get one guy? You're going to take down a whole building? And you do this on a daily basis in Gaza, it looks like. And I've seen what you have done on the West Bank, Samaria and Judea, whatever you want to, that fantasy land you're talking about. It's kind of crazy, man. I'm telling you, man. Like, if I was Israeli, right, I would wake up. I would wake up to this. I wouldn't be able to stand knowing that my nation, my people are doing these type of horrific crimes. And you got to really think these Palestinians, they're not just Muslims, they're Christians as well. And these are the people, this is where Jesus is from, guys. What are we doing here? Why are we bombarding like these places? This is crazy. This is, I don't know. It's just awful in so many different ways. And you get attacked for talking like this. So let's continue anyways. This guy's so funny though. He took me on another trip.
We do know on the ground inside Gaza, Israeli forces continue to advance deeper into Gaza City. At the same time, they're launching heavy airstrikes that reportedly killed dozens of Palestinians over the past 24 hours alone. Overnight, thousands of Israelis gathered in the streets of Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, demanding the release of...
That's another thing. Like, if you look at the footage, right? You see these guys, they're shooting. You don't know who they're shooting at. You seen them earlier with their troops and everything. They're going through, rubble basically all over the place. They destroyed absolutely every single building. There's a wasteland out here, and it just looks horrifying, terrifying. Can't believe like humans could like do something like this, but especially in 2025, which is crazy. The camera angles. To be a criminal in 2025, the camera angles, guys. Just really think about it. But anyways, so you're moving from these guys right here. You got the soldiers, they shooting, boom, boom, they move to the rubble. And then you see the Palestinian resistance. It's children. Where's Hamas? Are these guys Hamas? Is this Hamas? Look at this. Are they Hamas? Hamas? Are these guys Hamas? Israel forces launch heavy airstrikes in Gaza. And all you see is families in rubble looking for their belongings and their family members, while you have like just soldiers still out there shooting. Still, like you haven't done enough. Like you haven't destroyed enough. It's so crazy. Honestly, man, my Israeli brothers and sisters out there, honestly, I know you are human, right? Really think about this. I know you want to kill the witness, right? Because the Palestinian existence is a witness, for certain. It's a witness to what you have done by making this greater Israel, right? You have to take out the Palestinians. You can never leave that thought behind of what you have done. It's almost like a killer has to kill the witness so he doesn't get caught. But you're having a problem killing the witnesses because the witnesses are in the millions. And in 2025, it's just hard to just kill millions. But you doing, I mean, are you trying? You trying your best for sure. But it's honestly disgusting, man. I hope one day you guys will wake up and realize what you're doing. Because I don't, honestly, even when I see the Palestinians talk in any type of interview, which is very, very rare, right? You would have to super dig in to hear from a Palestinian on the situation there. But when you do, they still just seem to want peace, regardless. I mean, there was this young lady who's a doctor who had 10 children. They literally bombed her place and killed 9 of her children. And she is the one saving the other people who are dying there. A caregiver. Come on. You can't do that. It's evil. It's just absolutely evil. But anyways, as you can see, the Hamas terrorists. Have you ever been bothered by Hamas? Please let me know as an American. Okay, forget these Israeli guys and these Israeli lovers. Okay, for my American people, I want to talk to you. Have you ever been bothered by Hamas? I think my bills have done way worse than Hamas could ever do to me. You know what I'm saying? Like Hamas, I've never, nothing. Like I don't understand where this so-called threat is coming from. It doesn't make no sense. It's a facade. And you can tell. Just open your eyes. But anyways, let's continue. Fox News Channel.
Overnight, thousands of Israelis gathered in the streets of Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, demanding the release of the remaining 48 hostages.
Oh, yeah, sorry. And another thing is, like, Israel seems to be like demanding, and I understand you want your hostages back, right? But what's crazy about you wanting your hostages, your 48 hostages back, is like, how many people have you killed so far? And how many people do you have? Because I've heard you have children over there. I've seen you rape prisoners. You could call them hostages, because a lot of them, thousands of them, have never been charged of anything. They're just being detained for no reason. So what about those hostages? Because this seems to be a hostage exchange as well, right? So it's not like Hamas is like, I give you bodies if you stop beating us up. No, they talking about you give us bodies, I'll give you bodies, right? And you only worried about your people. Look, you got all these pictures of these guys over here, but what about the children of Gaza? Right? Like, oh, even the children of the West Bank. Like, what is wrong with y'all? And not one of y'all has a Palestinian flag in any of the Israeli protest. End the war or not end the war. Help Gaza or not help Gaza. I don't care either which way. Ain't none of y'all will ever pull a Palestinian flag, and that's disrespectful. Because you literally in their land. You really trying to kill the witness. We already have witnesses. We have witnessed it. You cannot lie to us any longer. Come on, and we got Candace Owen. And Candace Owen is digging in. Candace Owen is digging. Whew. The young lady's powerful. Let's go.
Of the remaining 48 hostages held by Hamas and an end to the war. Families worry that time is running out for their loved ones.
It's time.
Yo, they want to end it just for the 48. That's crazy. For 2 years, you've killed over 20,000 children. And you want to end it for 48, which a majority of them were soldiers.
To say enough is enough. Stop the war, end the war, release the hostages, stop the ethnic cleansing in Gaza.
Okay.
As for a possible mediated solution,
they stop him right at the ethnic cleansing, right? They stop him. And you know, another thing is too, honestly, when it was Trump versus Kamala, I was leaning more towards Trump, right? But neither of the choices was really that appealing to me, personally. And so I've never really leaned too much to the left or too much to the right. And I'm not super liberal neither. I'm just kind of like chilling back. And I just want the best for America. So whoever comes in and goes like, we're going to do this for America, and then they go do it, I'm like, I'm rooting for you and I'm voting for you. But if you come in and you are talking about another party and the other party is just talking about you, and you guys are just talking about how bad you guys are with things, but you are not giving us any reason to vote for you, or any reason to think that you're going to change anything, then why would I vote for you? Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's exactly what Trump and Kamala was representing. And of course, Sleepy Joe, I mean, he was sleeping the whole entire time. Poor guy though. But anyways, when it comes to Trump, I only have one really, really big problem. The Trump plan, you know, like the Trump plan to move all of the Palestinians out of Gaza and then rebuild it supposedly, and then see who is going to be the nice individual we're going to allow in and who is the bad one that we're not going to allow in, right? Which sounds like who's going to make that decision, as always, as Trump has been saying, right? It's up to Israel. It's up to Israel. It's up to Israel. No, it's up to you. It's not up to Israel. It's been up to you. And you just won't do it. There's obviously you've been bought for. Obviously, that's like pretty obvious. But I just don't understand the persistent, like you see the entire world shifting. They can't cover for them anymore. I mean, even UK right now recognize Palestine, but why? If you recognize Palestine, then why are you allowing another country to just demolish Palestine? I just don't understand. Like, why do you guys are just letting these defenseless people just get bombed like this and murdered and ethnically cleansed? And then you have our president deciding to say exactly that.
Tonight, President Trump rolling out the red carpet for Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu at the White House to talk about Gaza and freeing the remaining hostages.
The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it, too. We'll own it and be responsible for dismantling all of the dangerous unexploded bombs and other weapons on the site, level the site and get rid of the destroyed buildings, level it out, create an economic development that will supply unlimited numbers of jobs and housing for the people of the area. The whole thing is a mess. And I think that if we can resettle, and I believe we can do it.
And then the Israeli government running with the Trump plan. Like, that sounds crazy. Kushner.
Gaza's waterfront property. It could be very valuable to, if people would focus on kind of building up livelihood. It's a little bit of an unfortunate situation there, but I think from Israel's perspective, I would do my best to move the people out and then clean it up. But I don't think that Israel has stated that they don't want the people to move back there afterwards.
It would be so much easier if we just moved them all out of there and then moved it on. You know, guys, it's not about building a golf course there or those big Trump towers. What it's really about is the oil. Yes, there's a pipeline they want over there. So they don't care how much they destroy. They want to destroy more and more possible so there's no people there. So then they can dig in the pipelines, you know, boom, go right into Syria. You know, Turkey is going to gain from that. Like a lot of these, man, listen, let me not expose these punks. Let's go. But again, these guys don't really care. I mean, this guy just started talking. Finally, at the end, stop this ethnic cleansing in Gaza, and boom, they cut him off right there. You seen it. You seen it.
Release the hostages, stop the ethnic cleansing in Gaza.
Boom, cut him off right there.
As for a possible mediated solution, the Qataris are reportedly waiting on the Israelis to apologize for striking their country earlier this month before those talks would resume.
That means that Israel has not apologized. That's crazy. I mean, you could simply just apologize, right? Go like, I'm sorry, but, you know, Hamas was there, so I had to get Hamas. You know, I'm sorry. But, like, you are not even willing to say I'm sorry, almost like the Qataris. Like, hey, Qatar, you're no different than a Palestinian. You're Arab. You know what I mean? What is the difference? I'm not going to apologize to a less of a human than me. That's how the Israelis are thinking about this. That's probably why they haven't apologized to Qatar. And Qatar is just be licking the boots, you know what I'm saying? Or the West, Israel, and so forth. They're just like, oh, please don't hurt us. Saudi is the same. Please just don't hurt us. Please. Dubai. Yo, y'all punks, man. Yo, Yemen. That's where the real soldiers is from, man. You know it. You see it. Even Trump was like, yo, nobody has been able to do that to him, yo. Yo, regardless of who you calling a terrorist, right? If any country or any army is bombing any country, period. If you bombing anything, you are a terrorist to me. And Israel is an absolute terrorist state. What? They've been terrorized. How many countries have they bombed? Too many, right? And America is no different either. I understand it's not like... And you got to understand, we as people of America, we are not doing this. Whatever our government is doing, they doing it behind our back. All we doing is just giving them money. We just working. Just regular people. These governments, they do whatever they feel like doing. But these guys are absolute terrorists. So when these guys come back to me and talking about we need to take care of Hamas because they're terrorists, I'm like, you are the terrorist, bro. Like, stop putting us in danger, bro. We're just trying to live good in America, and we do live good in America. I love my American people. I love my community in America. And I can go state to state. Yeah, there's a few laws right here and there that you guys trigger down, and like the young kid that you guys took to El Salvador and put him in jail, and now you don't want to bring him back. You bring the El Salvadorian president. I mean, that whole immigration thing, that racism within the immigration is insane, yo. It's insane. And it's like, we are fighting these people from conquering us. We are already occupied within our government. These people coming from other countries trying to survive out here and work. Like, you mad at them? You better be mad at this occupation in our government. That's what we need to worry about, not these immigrants at the border. These guys are flying with planes, private jets up in here. Now, when Bibi came over here, Bibi was the star. Did you see the Congress? They all stood up for him, man. They were like, yo, that's our God right there, man. Baby, man. Baby, our God, man. Obviously, the governments have been bought. What I'm saying is the people are not feeling like that. So for the Palestinians around the world, know that Americans are not feeling that way. We would never want to harm you like that. Ever. We would never do that. The people of America would never do that. We have no reason to do that type of evil. And I understand our army comes over there and does what they do. But, and it's not just the Palestinians, like, because obviously it's only the Israelis doing it to the Palestinians. But basically, guys, what I'm saying is the government does what they doing and they are the terrorists. We, the people of America, are not the terrorists. American people are really good. And I hate, like, the way America gets portrayed to the rest of the world. Because first of all, they see our army just being terrorists out there, right? So they don't like us because of that. And then we back a super terrorist state on top of that. So they really don't like that. And then we get shitted on, and it's just like, it's unfair to us because we bring so much to the world. Like, the culture over here is like nice. I understand it's a mix of culture and you can't really like call it a certain culture because it's a melting pot, but that's the special thing about this melting pot. It's such a big melting pot. You know, and America is great, man. I love America, and I want America to exist forever. And I feel like you guys are threatening that shit. So you better stop, Mr. Orange Man. Donald, stop playing with him. Stop playing with us too, man. Just stop. You said you was gonna end wars. Go end the freaking wars, bro. What are you doing, son? Why you acting like man dumb, like you don't see what they doing, yo? They're taking advantage of you, bro. Grow some fucking balls, bro. Act American. Anyways, let's move on.
All this, let's bring in national security and military analyst Dr. Rebecca Grant. Dr. Grant, some strong U.S. allies, Australia and Great Britain among them, now say they will recognize a Palestine. What's your
the way
take
he
on
says
this?
it?
I'm sad to see it. Secretary Rubio has said that is counterproductive, and it doesn't change the fact.
Yo, come on, man. Our government is full of Zionists, bro. Mark Rubio is a Zionist, bro. He's such a Zionist, yo. And the ambassador, Hickabee or whatever his name is, he's such a Zionist, yo. He's a Christian evangelical Zionist, you know. They're on a whole different level. They're on a whole different mission. It's crazy. And like, she's like, I am so disappointed. Why are you so disappointed? Why? What do you want the Palestinians to do, lady? Or Israel? What do you want Palestinians to do? So you took their land, right? Most of it. You have them under occupation. You've been keeping them in the prison. And now you want them to move out of Gaza, let's say, right? Okay, boom. When is enough enough? That's really what it boils down to. When is enough enough? This is crazy. This is insane. I'm so disappointed. Why are you disappointed? These people are dying just to exist. Like, that's crazy. And Palestinians are like some of the strongest people I've ever witnessed. Ever. Hands down. I mean, they have bypassed everyone. I mean, their resistance is existence. A Palestinian's resistance is existence. And that's the threat to Rebecca Grant and Israel. They're existing. Them breathing. Them being alive. Them being a human. Being at home. And that's a no-no. Can't go home.
Britain's Keir Starmer even says there is no viable Palestinian state, and they're joining 150 other countries in this recognition. But, John, what worries me is that it may be the hostages in Gaza who pay the price for this diplomatic theater. The only way forward is for Hamas to agree to a ceasefire or for the IDF to secure Gaza City.
Hamas is the governing entity in the West Bank. Hamas is holding hostages that it took in that October 7th.
Obviously, the guy has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. It's like Hamas runs the West Bank. Did you just hear this guy, y'all? He has no idea what he's talking about, and she's not going to correct him. Look at her. She's a Zionist. Of course she's not going to correct him. I don't know if you guys ever seen that old movie, They Live. That's what it feels like, y'all. I feel like I got the glasses on and I see him. This guy said the Hamas on the West Bank. Let's listen to him. She got it fired up.
Or for the IDF to secure Gaza City.
Hamas is the governing entity in the West Bank. Hamas is holding hostages that it took in that October 7th raid in Israel, and yet their reward is to be given a state of their own. How does that make sense?
It's incredible to talk about a Palestinian state.
I know. It's like I gotta let these guys talk, right? But it's good to cut them off because the propaganda up in here. So he just said, he basically just blamed the West Bank for committing October 7th, right? The way he worded it, it was exactly like that. He was like, the governing body of the West Bank is Hamas. And they want to, by recognizing Palestine, they're basically giving them a state. They're rewarding them with a state. You're rewarding somebody with a state. Like, the fucking nerve of you. You haven't even fucking... Okay, first of all, I take that back, guys. He's not even Israeli, okay? But the nerve for this American guy to be saying this, right? About these Palestinians. When you know that Israel was established in 1947. Before that, they did not exist. But Palestine existed. Palestine actually existed longer than America, I will say. Oh, under Ottoman Empire, under this, under that, whatever. They've been there. Right? Recorded history, they've been there. Not a Bible of yours, but recorded actual history. Not a folk story, but like a real story. Like a real fact. That they were there before you went in there and try to get them out of there. You know what I mean? So, like, for you guys to sound so crazy about them having a Palestinian state, I mean, it's just crazy. Just the way they talking about the UK recognizing Palestine but doing nothing about the onslaught, the genocide, the ethnic cleansing. I mean, it's just kind of crazy. It is wild. To me, it's wild. I don't understand it. If somebody can explain it to me, please do. What kind of sense does that make? Yo, let's see the hate they spewing out. My goodness, misinformation and hate out of full maximum out of Fox News Live over here. Let's go.
A state of their own? How does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's incredible to talk about a Palestinian state. The example of Gaza has shown that Hamas was horrible for the people of Gaza, not a competent ruling authority, not willing to engage in proper diplomacy. No reason to say going forward that this is the pattern we should follow. And the bottom line, the U.S. has to stand strong as Israel does its best to secure Israel and also the rest of the region.
Peter Doocy was asking Keir Starmer about this the other day. I want to play this sound for you right now.
If you feel so strongly about officially recognizing Palestine for statehood, why are you waiting for President Trump to leave the country? Why can't you just do it right now? And isn't there a risk in rewarding Hamas with that?
Well, let me be really clear about Hamas. They're a terrorist organization. They can have no part in any future governance.
Yeah. Hey, look at how Trump looks at him. Like, you better say the right thing, son. You better say the right thing, son. That's crazy. Let me, first, before you accuse me of being a Hamas fighter, I would like to say that Hamas is a horrible terrorist regime that has raped, slaughtered, baked babies. Okay? I just want to start off with that. Yo, that's crazy, yo.
Who can have no part in any future governance in Palestine.
So he says Hamas cannot have any part in a future government, but Hamas is the government right now.
Right, and that's absolutely correct. Hamas can have...
Okay, guys, obviously these two, I'm sorry, but retards have no fucking idea what the fuck they talking about. Let me explain something to you, okay? The West Bank has no Hamas, okay? So, yes, you recognize a Palestinian state. Give them the West Bank, first of all, right? And then we can handle Gaza afterwards, but give them the West Bank. Stop the fucking illegal settlements, man. Just give them the West Bank. Give them a real, like, stronghold of their own country. Give them some human dignity. Like, what is wrong with y'all? It's like y'all talking like, yo, these guys are retarded. I don't even want to listen to any more of this, but I'm just going to see.
That, and in the end, that's why I think Israel's forces will simply have to clear Gaza City and occupy and create a more peaceful situation there. And that has to happen because you do need to get civilian aid in there. The conflict does need to stop. Hamas has proven it cannot govern Gaza.
Hamas was created in 1987. What they didn't tell him is that Bibi Netanyahu, or whatever his fucking last name is, right? That fucking prick, he's the one who gave him billions of dollars because he wanted to see that. Just like he's funding these clans over there, they're making a mess out of the aid coming into Gaza, right? Like when they talking about Hamas, you know, taking down trucks, they talking about the clans are doing that. The clans are doing dumb shit. But they build those clans because what they want, guys, is just like with us, right? They want the same thing with us as well. They give us the Democrats and the Republicans, right? We fight. They give us always like two options, right? And then pick a side and have them fight. Because if you don't have them fighting, then the Palestinians are just going to continuously live in their land and have no issues at all. But these guys want to make it hell for them, so they leave. So they attempt everything from making life on a daily basis by occupation, by siege, by everything you can imagine. So like these guys are talking about, it's not millions of Palestinians. Like they talking like the West Bank is ran by Hamas. It's not ran by Hamas, bro. Hamas hasn't even done anything to any. I'm telling you, show me the damage that Hamas has done, and then show me the damage that IDF has done. And tell me who the real terrorist is, man. Just put them side to side and tell me who the real terrorist is. Come on, y'all. Come on. These people are a joke, y'all.
It's not for lack of help that the Palestinians are where they are right now.
That's absolutely true, and there's plenty of support throughout the region, plenty of diplomatic support, but it's all about what will the conduct be, and we've got to see an agreement for peace in this region, and that's why it's the Abraham Accords that are the right path forward, and as Secretary Rubio has said, it's actually hurting the negotiations with Hamas for Britain and Canada, allies that they are, and others, to give this recognition to a theoretical Palestinian state.
All right, guys. I mean, we're just seeing propaganda to the fullest all the way around. That lady, she just sounds so dumb. Well, not even dumb. You know what she sounds like? She sounds like a robot. Like they fixed her so right. Because you can tell, too, you can tell the propaganda all over the place. It's the way they word things, you know? Like even, let's say, the Tyler Robinson messages with his lover, right? The crazy. I mean, listen, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. I don't know much about Charlie Kirk, honestly, guys, but he seemed like a real nice young man, and I've listened to his wife's speech too. I feel for the family. My condolences goes out to the family, of course, and all his loved ones, you know. He did not deserve that, and I've heard like a few disgusting people talk about, oh, he deserved this and he deserved that. Like, how could you ever say that? How could anybody? He hasn't killed anybody, so it doesn't matter even what he says about anybody. He talks about Israel, Russia, Ukraine, whatever. It doesn't matter. Germany, France. It doesn't matter what he talks about. He's not physically going out there and killing people. The IDF is doing that. He's not doing that. You know what I mean? Our U.S. Army was doing that in Afghanistan and Iraq and other places we went to. But he's not doing that. Charlie was not killing people. Charlie was there to debate with you. If you're willing to step forward and debate, he's willing to listen to you. What more do you want from a human? Why would you kill a human like that? We need more humans like Charlie. And not take him out. I just don't understand that. Agree or disagree. Even with this guy and that lady, right? They knuckleheads. I totally disagree with them, right? And they're elders too, and I'm raised to respect my elders, but these guys don't feel like my elders. The way they talk is propaganda, but I don't hate them. I would never want to kill them of what they saying. Like I don't want a death in my conscience, period. So I'm not a killer. Charlie wasn't a killer. So there's no reason to kill people like Charlie and me. None at all. Go kill the killers, yo. If you guys want to be killers, go kill killers, man. Come on here killing innocent people. What's wrong with y'all? But anyways, yeah, this Fox News Live is a propaganda show. It's a Zionist show for certain, guys. And hopefully I didn't get you lost. But I'm going to make more videos like this. I'm going to start attacking this because I can't take it anymore. I don't know when they're going to stop bombing Gaza. Honestly, I can't watch it anymore. It's so disgusting. And like they have no mercy. I'm telling you, man. It's like so much evil coming out of that state. Oh, I don't know. I can't really explain it right now in one video, but I'm going to explain it to you as the videos go on. But anyways, guys, I give you my thoughts. You give me your thoughts in the comments down below. And don't you dare forget to like, subscribe, and share. And tell everybody about Culture of Excellence. Until next time, be safe. America first, baby.